Hello, and welcome back to the Grow with Gabby podcast. I am your host, Gabby Roberts. And if you are new here, this podcast is all about trauma-informed coaching. We are speaking to the high-achieving entrepreneurs, helping you guys heal the root, regulate your nervous system, and build aligned lives and businesses from safety, not survival. Okay, so this is blending a little bit of an episode of soul and science and strategy in today's episode. So before we dive in, go ahead and hit that subscribe and follow button so you never miss another episode. So this is a lot. Let's get into it, shall we? First, let me just say that this is not about mindset not working, okay? Because the episode here today and what we're really focusing on is that you're not lazy, okay? Your body just doesn't feel safe. So again, this is not about mindset things not working. I need to be very real here because mindset stuff is incredibly powerful. Okay, it literally rewires your brain and can help you shift out of old patterns and things that are no longer serving you, which I didn't know was a thing for a while. So to learn that not only am I not broken, but things can be relearned was a blessing. So the thing is, though, if your nervous system doesn't feel safe, that mindset work doesn't stick as well. You might be burning out over and over and over again, being completely exhausted, wondering what the heck is wrong with me. You're, even if you're journaling and saying your affirmations and doing all the things and trying to convince your body that you're okay, but it's just not sticking. And this isn't because you're doing it wrong, okay? So it's simply because your body is on high alert, and it's probably been on high alert for a while, and you just think that doing more will help you produce more results, right? But the nervous system is a little sensitive, especially if you grew up with any kind of trauma. So if you are avoiding things or freezing up or even blaming yourself, again, just hear me out. You are not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. And no amount of just thinking positive is going to override the biology here, okay? So if you're watching on YouTube, as you can see, I'm sitting here at my window. And that's because I wanted to get work done, and I have my work here. But I wanted to do it where I could see outside and in a way that I felt safe in my body. And it's not always about doing more. Sometimes less is more. Most times less is more. But we grew up thinking more is more, so we just kept going in this toxic hustle culture, and that's not working for us, okay? So let's talk about the real science here, but let's make it really simple. Your brain has simply a safety alarm system, okay? It's called the amygdala. If you've been through trauma or high stress, it's very loud. It's louder than it should be, okay? Your logic brain, called the prefrontal cortex, goes quiet when you're in fight or flight. So even if your mind says, I'm fine, and your body does not believe you, that's why it doesn't soften. You can't just mindset your way into thinking, to being safe, to truly being safe, okay? So then your nervous system gets stuck in these survival states. Listen closely. Take notes if you need to, okay? Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Most people hear the fight, flight, and freeze, and they're like, oh yeah, I know what that means. But fawn is something that's not a lot of people know about. So let me educate you here, okay? Fight is overworking, getting snappy, pushing through. You're just going, and you cannot slow down, okay? That's fight. Flight is avoiding, ghosting, bouncing from thing to thing, not knowing what to do with yourself. Okay, some people pace. I do sometimes. It's okay. We're human. All humans go through fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Okay, so freeze is procrastinating, zoning out, feeling numb, not sure again what to do with yourself. There's a theme here. And then fawn, people pleasing, over giving, self-abandoning, not knowing what to do with yourself, so you just give them everything, just so your body will just hopefully feel better, right? Are any of these sounding familiar? If you're like nodding, then good, that's okay. We're here to educate and be curious about the things we're learning, not judge, because you go through it. Everyone does. Every human does. So these are not personality traits. These are protection patterns, okay? So let's talk a little bit about why you might feel lazy, but you're not. Because we lie to ourselves all the time. We say, oh, I'm just lazy or I'm just stubborn. Nah, dude, no. You might actually be stuck in the freeze mode and your body literally does not feel safe to move forward, so it doesn't. So it shuts down to protect you. So your body isn't this big bad guy who's out to get you, okay? It's a protection pattern. So here's what this can look like. You say you're going to launch something in your business, but you feel this tightness in your chest every time you sit down to do it. You're like, what the heck is wrong with me? Right? Or you're avoiding tasks completely, but feeling like a failure. And oh, the freaking shoulds then come in. I should be doing this and I should be doing that. That's, yeah. Comparing yourself online and spiraling, even though you know you're smart. Okay. If these are ringing a bell at all, again, we're not judging. We're just being curious. This is not just in your head. This is your nervous system, okay? So if you're learning about your nervous system for the first time, hi, hello, welcome. It blew my mind too, okay? So take notes, learn, rewatch this, re-listen to it. It's okay. So the mind versus the body is different. So just stop the internal fight here with judging yourself, because if you've ever felt anxious or thought, oh, I don't even know why I'm doing this, then that's your body speaking up before your mind catches up. This happens all the time with my clients. They're like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I just feel this way. And that's okay. I've felt like that too. Okay. But that's your body speaking up and your logic brain's trying to make sense of it. But that's not its job. It doesn't need to make sense for your body to have what it needs. Okay. It needs. Because your body remembers everything. If you've ever read the book, The Body Keeps Score, it does. Whether you remember it or not, it does. A lot of the times that CPTSD comes from being physically unloved before the age of 2. Okay, so you don't even remember that, but your body does. Your nervous system does. Okay, so even if your brain tries to block it out, which again, if you've been through trauma or anything like high stress like that, your body sometimes will completely block it out and you won't even remember it. I can't remember anything before like 8. I don't want to know. So the point being is your nervous system is wired, if it's wired for pure chaos like that, the go, 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 go in survival mode like mine was, slowing down will not feel safe. When I used to slow down, I would have full-on panic attacks. Like I was sitting like this, chilling with blankets, like had no reason to be stressed, and my body was freaking out. Because it happens. If you're not used to it, it's foreign, and your nervous system doesn't like the foreign feeling. It likes to do things that are predictable, even if that predictability is chaos and that's burning you out over and over again because your mindset says you should be doing it, okay? It's not weakness. It's simply you are unlearning years of survival here, okay? So let's talk about neuroplasticity. If you don't know what that is, it's real as fuck and it works, okay? Now, mindset stuff absolutely does matter. To rewire your thoughts and give yourself new positive things to think about is incredibly powerful. Your brain can grow and change. It's called neuroplasticity. It forms new connections that was not there before. But when you shift your thoughts and reframe these old beliefs and you start speaking to yourself with compassion, your brain forms those new patterns. And your body, if you're doing it right, will start to soften. It'll start to feel it. But again, that part is vital. Your body needs to feel it in order to soften. So you can't just affirm your way into safety. I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. Your body needs to know that for a fact. So saying, again, for instance, like I feel safe with money. If you don't feel safe with money or raising your prices or feel like you have that value, you need to say that. Your body's going to go, oop, nope, that's danger. That's not true. This little bullshit meter in your head goes off, okay? And listen to that. Because you can't fake it till you make it with energy, especially if you're in business and making sales. People will feel that scarcity from you. So you've got to get honest with yourself. You have to truly feel safe with money for it to soften. So you can say, I am just now sort of starting to begin to build my relationship with feeling safe with money. And if that feels true, good. Let it register in the body, okay? But you got to get real with the body first, okay? So what actually helps? So that's what we're going to talk about next, is what really moves the needle here when the mindset work isn't enough. You're like, I'm doing all the things and I'm still burning out. What the fuck? Okay, so a couple of things. Breath work. And I don't mean just like, I'm fine. No, that's not going to register. You need to actually be fine, okay? So slow, deep breaths signal to the body that, hey, we are safe now. Sigh it out just like that. Release, let it go, okay? Shaking, humming, tapping, simple tools to breathe and allow your body to release what's stuck. Sometimes this energy is just in there and it doesn't know where to go because you're not letting it out. And everyone's like, oh, you're emotional, you're this, you're that. No, you know what? I'm human. And sometimes it takes shaking that shit out, or just humming, or sighing, or grunting when you do your breath work, and just letting it release itself from your body. Simple tapping is a very powerful tool. Therapists use it all the time. I've been in therapy for a while, and when we do my EMDR, it's what we do, we tap. So another couple things are cold exposure. So like splashing cold water on your face, or stepping outside in the cold for 30 seconds. Or for me, like what I used to do often, including with add to these tools, is holding ice cubes in my hands just for a moment, just to snap me back to reality for a bit, you know? So grounding yourself, that's also what I'm doing here. You can use the ice cubes to ground yourself, is to just snap you from whatever you're freaking out about to here in this moment. So putting your feet in the grass, holding a crystal. I think I have a couple actually with me here. I thought I did. I do. They're here. I have black tourmaline, which grounds you, and also amethyst, which grounds you. But black tourmaline specifically absorbs the negative energy from your body. And amethyst protects you from negative energy too. So I like to keep these with me, or I'll hold them near my heart, or do whatever your body needs. Even if it looks silly, do that. That's the point here, is you don't just mindset your way into convincing it what it needs. Your body has to actually believe you, okay? So you can also do inner child work, reparenting the parts of you that never felt safe as a kid. Yes, a lot of us reparent our actual children, but they forget about that little inner girl and boy and human who needs them to allow themselves to feel safe, okay? There's also community. There's a big reason why I'm on the school platform, because it's community based. There's people who get it. They get what I'm going through. They know what it feels like to go through what I'm going through, to build a business that feels aligned, to regulate your nervous system, to heal your trauma and your inner child, and to rewire your mind. Like, it's a lot. And you want to be around people who get it, so you can show up messy and be seen and not judged, okay? But again, do what works for you. And do something for your body, not just for your mind. You can't convince it that it feels safe. It needs to know that you're telling the truth, okay? So let's talk a little bit about your upbringing. Yes, I know it's probably a touchy subject. That's okay. But let's keep it real here. Most of us weren't taught to slow down, okay? We were taught to push through, to hide our emotions, to work harder, to be perfect, okay? Myself included. So now as adults, we think, oh, Lord, I must not want it bad enough, or maybe I'm lazy, or maybe I'm just a procrastinator, or maybe there's something wrong with me, maybe I'm stubborn. Nope, it's not true at all. You just weren't modeled how to feel safe in your body. So that step forward felt like literal death. But people say you're being dramatic, right? Because they don't get it, and that's okay. But this isn't your fault. If you weren't modeled something, how are you supposed to know how to do it, okay? So that's why we're being aware today without judgment. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility now. If you're feeling triggered or feeling crappy and don't know how to move forward, it is your responsibility to find that way that works for you, or else you'll just remain stuck, okay? So people talk a lot about, okay, slowing down and being soft is feminine. Sure, whatever. But I disagree. I think it may have some feminine qualities, but it means that you're human. Every human being, whether you're a male, female, whatever you identify with, even if you identify as neither, you are a human being who has a body. One, in fact. So if you fuck up your business, what are you going to do tomorrow? You're going to go and you're going to build another business. Yeah. Okay. What are you going to do if your body stops working tomorrow? You're going to slow down. You're going to give it what it needs. You're going to rest. Is that feminine or masculine? No. That is human. That is not weak. It's not pathetic. That is simply giving your body what it needs. That's strong. That's strength. That's courage to admit, holy shit, I'm a little burnt out. I need to slow down. And that's okay. So think of our ancestors in the way that we were primal. We rested in the shade during the day. at the hottest times of the day so we could reserve energy to then go out and hunt and do what we needed to survive, to provide. So feminine, masculine, that's a beautiful balance of both. We rest so we can do more. You see, but we got it kind of twisted in this toxic hustle culture, okay? So you don't need to earn rest. You don't need to prove your worth through burnout. You really don't. You are worthy. Period. That's it. Excuse me. Final words here. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not failing. Your nervous system is just doing what it knows best. It's trying to protect you, okay? So don't shoot the messenger, but now you have some tools to start shifting that into pure safety, from chaos to safety. So you can lead from safety, not survival, okay? So regulate first, then move, because everything's harder when you're not regulated. Regulate first, move, rewire your mindset from a place of safety so it actually believes the work you're doing here. So it's not going to take you years and years and years because you're just focusing on mindset. You pair it with what the body needs, okay? So when you're out of your head and your heart actually work together, everything starts to change, okay? So this is the same way I'll leave you every week. If this landed, take a breath and just take it in. Say, I'm not lazy. I'm healing. You don't need to push harder. You need to feel safe. And that's what we do here, okay? So I'm very proud of you, and I'm proud of you for showing up. And I'll leave you the same way that I leave you every week. Be fearless, be free, and do it your way. Love ya. Bye.